When some of the newer meat substitutes came out, I was trying them without reading what was in them, and that's not like me. Hi, I'm GloryB, and this is GloryB-TV, a lifestyle channel for mature women who want to look fabulous, feel amazing, and age gracefully. Well, eating is for everybody, not just for mature women. It's for mature men, it's for mature women and men, it's for children and teenagers, it's for everybody, which I found out when I changed my diet when I was 38. Now I'm 61 now, and my diet's really working for me. Not only am I healthier than everybody in my family, but it's also showing in my face. When some of these other meat substitutes came out on the market and they were in restaurants, I was trying them and I really liked them. I don't so much miss meat. In fact, the few times since I changed my diet when I was 38 that I've tried meat, the texture to me is actually a little more like rubber. But I went ahead and tried Impossible Burger. I might have tried Beyond Meat, but finally I started paying attention to what is in those. So instead of dealing with all that, and instead of dealing with things that are processed, I decided to show you how I make my own mushroom burgers, and this way I know what's in them. And the great thing about them is that, first of all, you don't fry them, you bake them. And secondly, even better, you can make the patties ahead of time, wrap them in plastic wrap and freeze them, and then bake them for 30 minutes, just like you would if you had just made them fresh. So these are made with Portobello mushrooms. If you have a different kind of mushroom that you like better, you can substitute that. You can substitute any of the flavors and herbs and spices. Now let's get right into it. I'm going to voice over as I make it in order to make it fast. You have to open up the description box below the video to get the recipe. I'm not going to tell you the measurements of the ingredients in the video, but it's in the description box. So if you're watching on a phone or another mobile device, you have to go below the video, and on the right, there's a little V. You need to tap the little V to open the description box. If you're watching on a computer, go below the video on the left side. You'll see the word show more. Click the word show more, and that opens up the description box. Now the recipe is for a small batch that makes about 4 large burgers, or if you're making them for children, maybe 6 smaller burgers. These are fantastic. They taste so good. You can eat them on any kind of bun you want, any kind of bread, or I like skinny buns. If you eat gluten-free, if you like to put them between 2 pieces of lettuce, whatever you want to do to eat them, or you just like to eat them plain without a bun, go for it. So here's the recipe. Put the chopped mushrooms and the chopped parsley into the food processor, process on high. You can stop it midstream to scrape down the sides, process a little more until it has this really wet consistency to it. Scrape the mushrooms into a bowl and set that aside. Then in a fry pan, put some vegetable broth or water, heat it up, and then add the chopped onion and minced garlic. Let that saute. Then add some chopped celery. Let that saute for a bit. After adding the celery, you can let it saute for about 5 minutes. Scrape the onion mixture into the larger bowl, then give it a good stir. Next, you're going to add some herbs and salt, some tamari, and then give that a stir. Next, you'll add some breadcrumbs, and you really need to stir this up till it's all incorporated. After this, you're going to refrigerate it. You can either refrigerate it in the bowl you mixed it in, or I like to use a separate container. After it's refrigerated, you can form them into patties. These don't shrink, so you can make them the exact size you want. You can make them as large or as small as you want. Here I'm forming them with my hands, and then I'm pressing them out. You don't have to press them out. You can make them thicker if you want, and then bake at 350 for 30 minutes. As I mentioned earlier, you can also freeze these ahead of time. Wrap in plastic wrap, put them into a freezer bag, and then put them into the freezer. And then you'll also bake these at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. It's the same baking time as when they're fresh. Serve these mushroom burgers just like you would any other burger. I have a side of roasted potatoes with mine, and like I mentioned earlier, I'm serving them on skinny buns, but you can use any bun you want. These are absolutely delicious. I think you'll like them, and you know what's in them, even better. Check out one of my other videos by clicking its image on the right side of your screen, and I'll see you in the next video.